So if you have a deep fryer at home, then this couldn't be easier. You just fill it with oil to wherever your fill line says. You turn the thermostat to 370 degrees, and your fryer will indicate when it's ready to go, which ours is. Fry Daddies, I think they all work pretty much the same. Just you set the temperature, wait for it to tell you it's ready.
Yeah, most of them go to between 350 and 400. Some of them 400 even.
Yeah. So it should work for the beignets. All right. Again, we use canola oil because it's healthier and it's got a high smoke point, so you can cook really high.
And it's pretty much flavorless as long as these are the only things that you're cooking in the oil. There's no other tastes that are gonna be on the beignets. You're just gonna taste them as they should be.
Right. You can use your baskets or not. We're demonstrating with the baskets. Basically, take your beignets after they're thawed. Just lower one corner in, drop it gently, and you'll see it'll just start to float right back up to the surface. And I'll do one more over here by his little self.
And this is exactly how we do it. This is
go.
how we started with electric countertop fryers, just like
very
these.
one.
This actually, yeah, this was
is
our
the
very
one
first
the first City Beignets were
JCB
born in.
countertop electric deep fryer.
Okay, so with your tongs, after about 1 minute, you want to flip them over to your desired doneness. Some people like them a little darker.
Mm-hmm.
Some
of us like them a little darker.
Like them a little lighter. So, but 1 to 2 minutes, you'll see that once you drop them in, they'll float up to the surface and they'll start to puff up right away. That means your oil is great, the beignet temperature is great, everything's going well. If you're cooking a lot of these, you'll want to remember that your temperature will drop a little bit if you cook large batches, so just wait for it to get back up to temperature before you throw your next batch in. So then on your second side, you'll want to let it go for about another minute or two. You sort of flip them over, determine how close to done they are for your taste. What do you think, Greg? What would you say?
That's it. The most important thing is that they're darker on the outside, no matter if they're really dark, medium dark. But as long as they look, go ahead and get these like that, you'll be sure that they're cooked all the way through. And of course, you don't want them too dark either. So it's a trick, but if you get enough of our beignets, you'll become an expert at home.
That's a nice color, isn't it?
Yeah, that's actually like an ideal color.
That's a really, really good one. All right. So is it about the same on the other side? Yes, sir. Here we go. Oh, I didn't even think you can use the basket too, obviously, to lift them. I'm
pull
so
them out of
used
the
to
oil, yeah, exactly.
Pull them out with tongs. That's what we do at our pop-ups.
It's a good way to prevent a little bit of a mess if you use the baskets, if you have one of these.
And you can let them drain a little.
Yeah, and they can drain, yeah.
But this is fine. We'll just put them on a paper towel. Okay, then it's just time to dust them with your heart's desire, powdered sugar.
Let's dust these up as if it were like Mount Rainier in the wintertime, snowstorm.
I'm just using a cheese grater lid. You can use a flour sifter. You can just dump it on with a spoon or your hands.
That's right. If you want it Cafe du Monde style, you can just take the whole bag of powdered sugar and put half of it on top.
You can use a tea ball and dump, just shake it over with powdered sugar. That looks beautiful, actually. That's a nice way to do it.
Look at that. And again, Jet City Beignet signature taste right in your own home anytime you want them. Just make sure you have a bag or more in your freezer at all time.
And seriously, the hardest part about this is just pulling out your fryer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so easy to do these.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a thing, you know, after doing it a few times, you'll have it down. I mean, you'll have it down because, you know, we're kind of hoping that y'all just keep having them at home all the time and making them at home, because this will fix up the situation of you being able to have our beignets any day of the week, anytime you want, you know. You don't have to wait necessarily for us to have a pop-up.
And if you buy a bag of 12, you can just make 3 at a time, 2 at a time. You can make all 12,
That's right.
whatever. But you don't even have to get out of your jammies.
That's right.
You can just do it, whatever.
If it's midnight and you got a hankering for some beignets,
That's right.
pow, get into your freezer, heat up the oil right there. Don't tell anyone else, and dig in and cut.